I grew up in New Orleans, which is in the United States. Grew up in a super black city. New Orleans was like 70% black. One of the reasons why I like South Africa, because it reminds me kind of the city. Johannesburg is on par with any major metropolitan city in the world. When we first saw this house, it was this brick, and face brick here are the same type of bricks that they use to build the projects in the States. New Orleans, up until about 3 years ago, was ranked like the 8th most violent city in the world. Hey guys, welcome to my home. My name is Asad El-Malik, and I'm 47. I started working at 13 years old, right? So I had been working ever since. So in 2020, when COVID hit, it was like the first time in my life that I had the ability to kind of sit down and not have to get up and go to work and focus on whatever I was doing. And I could focus on kind of how I wanted my life to be. So the idea was that we would buy a retirement property here. And the longer COVID went on, the more it just seemed like, I don't know if I want to be in the US. I don't know if I want my life to continue to be the 9 to 5 grinding it out. So eventually I made the decision to relocate. This is the reception area of the home. I don't know if it's a real reception area. It's just where you walk in. You typically don't wear shoes in the house, bring all that filth and stuff from outside into your house. All right, so this space is an apartment that is attached to the house with its own kitchen. We still have to furnish it, right? We need a refrigerator, but this would be the living room. To your right, or to my right, would be the bathroom. So I've been to the continent before. I've been to like Morocco, Egypt, Tanzania. So I kind of like all of the real negative stuff that a lot of Americans have kind of had already dispelled that. I was hesitant about South Africa because I was very familiar with the history of apartheid and the income inequality here. How did we pick South Africa to visit? In like 2009 in Tanzania, we met a sister who was from Cape Town, who ended up being like part of the family. She ended up going to NYU, and she would come to New Orleans all the time. My children call her, you know, auntie and all that good stuff. And she would say, you need to visit South Africa. And I was like, I ain't visiting apartheid South Africa. I mean, I didn't know. This is 2009. And I'm like, I don't know, you know. So there are so many flights from the US to South Africa. It's like you go from Jersey, go from Atlanta, much cheaper. So I said, okay, let's decide. And we came to South Africa. I was expecting more of like Dar, like that type of infrastructure. And I was pleasantly surprised that it was, you know, much different. It's on par with, you know, New York, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, Paris, London. I mean, Johannesburg is on par with any major metropolitan city in the world. So that was, you know, surprising. Not surprising, but a pleasant thing to see, which made Johannesburg really attractive. Culturally, from my culture to South Africa, both places have large areas of poverty. I would think that New Orleans has like just more poverty, right? We don't have gated communities anywhere, you know? And we are our culture is very West African rooted, right? So we have what we call second line parades. A lot to explain, but every Sunday we take to the streets. Thousands and thousands of people are in the streets, and there's a band up front playing the music, and people just dance in the street. It's what we do. the streets are our stage. That's where we perform. That's where the music, that's where the dance, that's where your artistry, and it's just in the streets. One of the first paintings on the wall says, "I am a man," and it is from a protest of African American men. And I think it's important what the sign says, "I am a man." Imagine having to make this declaration in a society that's been dehumanizing you, and that is wrought with infrahumanization and your dehumanization, that you have to declare that I am a man. So I wanted to bring a little taste of African American history into the home. What stood out about South Africa? The people. People are very friendly. The dollar-rand ratio, keep it a buck, right? That's important. The infrastructure though, like, great people, but if you had poor like infrastructure, I'd still be in New Orleans. Yeah, but the city is, when I talk about South Africa, I think mainly about Joburg, because that's where I've spent 90% of my time. It's a great city, all of the amenities that you can find in any major American city. Always something to do. Always, like from the theater to jazz clubs to restaurants to hiking, quad biking, safari, whatever you want to do. Whatever day, if you wake up on any day with a random thought to go zip lining or something, you can find it in Johannesburg. So that's really cool about the city. What impact or effects did it have on my personal life? I would say we're definitely more social.